Hey, good morning, Luke.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. It's what is it, Sunday here
Sunday,
in Charlotte?
day number 4 here at the Mid-Atlantic Boat Show.
All right, and just wanted to kind of have you give us a little tour around the 29 CCX Carolina edition.
Absolutely.
If you don't mind showing us around the boat and kind of maybe sharing some feedback you're getting from the nice people here in Charlotte, and we had it in Charleston, what the kind of feedback was from there.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, as you said, this is the Axopar 29, the CCX with the Carolina package. This is their kind of crossover getting into the fishing world. They have tasked me to come on board and try to sit there and make this boat a fishing version of the CCX. If you follow me, we can sit here and go along the boat. Obviously, the hull design is the classic 29 as the others, but the top side is what the differences that were made. This boat is maxed out with 400 horsepower, two 200 mercury power plants on the back. And as you can see, as you come up the stairs, much different than any other Axopar that there is out there. They've done a really, really great job of creating so much space back here to be able to fish. It's really great because so many boats try to put so much stuff on the boat where you can't, it's hard to fish even on a full fishing boat. And this is a crossover of a fishing boat as well as a family boat. And so with that being said, this whole backside is 100% fishing. I mean, this is great. We've got sea deck down, so when you're out here fishing hard, you're sitting here and you've got, great padding on the feet, and so you're not getting beat up all day and you don't feel like a rented mule at the end of the day. We'll start right here in the back. One of the great things that they did is this transom block that they have here is a fold-out seat, so when you're going back and forth, it's absolutely great. This is the most comfortable ride in the house. Back here, anything closest to the engine is going to be super, super good. We've got a removable cutting board right here. Now you can take this out and use these as rocket launchers or even trolling holes right here, which is absolutely great. But as we were talking about the space, one of the neatest things that they did is you probably saw as you came up, you're like, well, how do the engines sit here and trim up? Well, what they did is they made it at the end of the day that this could go forward and you could trim your engines up. And you can see as it's folded forward how much room that would take if this was actually a permanent structure and how much fishing room you would lose. So having it like this actually creates so much more fishing room here in the back. It's really a great addition. Now another great thing that they have back here with this space is we have a large storage right in the deck that makes it absolutely wonderful for storing all your rods. So the night before you could come out here, put all your rods in, and it's lockable, so you can put all your rods in and lock it up, and then that next morning it's one less thing that you have to do. Great storage. You have your batteries right here in the back that's very easy to access. You have the option with this bracket down here to have a sea keeper. You have access to your livewell pumps. It just makes it really, really easy. Not only on the maintenance side, but the functionality of it. Let me close this. All right, going to this over here. So we've got a secondary live well, which is over here that can either be a live well or actually fill that full of ice and have that as your frozen bait storage. So when you're rigging baits, it's right here and you can just rig baits, throw, rig baits, throw. So this is kind of like a double position, which really makes a great addition. Now, as you come up and along, Axopar has teamed up with a company called Brown. Now, what's great about these rod holders is that not only are they removable, is that they also have multiple different pieces that can go in here. You can have a rod holder, you can have a grill as you see over there, you can have an additional cleat, you can have a knife holder. There's possibilities are endless with this. But what's really neat about this rod holder in the fishing side, it's not just one position. You can put this in and move it and lock it, move it and lock it, which is great. This thing's not going anywhere. So such a great addition. All right, guys, so with this center, our live well station, It's really, really great. We've definitely made some changes here on the live well. On your traditional live wells, normally they drain from the top and they fill from the top. I've always thought that that was not a good idea because you're not getting proper circulation. So we have it where it's filling from the bottom, coming to the top and draining from the top. It's going to keep your bait alive longer and it's going to allow you to fish longer. So such a great addition that they put right here. Along with this, we have a tackle cabinet that sits right down below. So you can have all your tippet line, all your rigs, your boxes, everything right here to be able to rig right on top. We've got, coming to the console, traditional console of Axopar, it's very similar on that front. A couple different things that they did with this Carolina package is it has the dock mate system, which is a really great system, not only for docking, which it traditionally was made for, which makes it, you can literally bring this boat in by a joystick. But what's really neat about it on the fishing side is you can go out and sit over a rubble pile or a wreck or a ledge, and you can press an anchor feature, and the boat, in tandem with the bow thruster and the independent moving motors in the back, it can actually keep you in one spot and you don't have to do anything. So a great feature for this boat, and especially for the fishability of this boat. That really gives a great option. All right. Another thing over here is going a little bit up top. Obviously, we've got a full rocket launcher up here for all your boat rods, not only for storage, but when you're out and underway. It definitely is really great. So, you know, you got a fish on, you can sit there and take all your rods off, put them up here, and fight that one rod without having to break loose on any of the other rods. We've got our full outrigger system here as well, which enables you to fish more than the typical 4 rods. It really is another great addition to this boat. And what's really neat about it is most T-tops, they shake, rattle, and roll. So when you're sitting there and you're going down the waterway, these outriggers, I mean, the whole console's just shaking. But you can see this thing is rock hard. This thing is not going anywhere. Such a great console. The CCX console is really innovative, and it's almost like it's a piece, one solid piece of this whole boat. It's really great. All right, coming forward is very similar to the other 29 Axopars. You have your seating up here, which is a U-shaped seating with a table that would be here. Now what we did is we enabled you to have 2 things, not only a table, but we've reinforced the edges underneath where the table sits so you can use it and double it as a casting platform. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a small guy, and when I'm throwing a big net, I need a lot of room to do it. And if I were to try to do that dancing around a U-shape, I would be falling on my face. So to be able to have this right in the center really makes a great addition to be able to sit here, not only to throw net from, but to cast from, and really give yourself a lot of workable room up here. Now, like I said, it doubles, so we've got posts that are actually longer that sit there and bring this back up. So if you wanted to go out and put the cushions on and go out with the wife and the kids, you could actually make this into a table, and it would serve the same purpose as the other 29 Axopars, but it's a double duty on that front. We have 2 additional rod holders that come up front right here, and we've got, as you can see, 36 volt fully deployable Minn Kota trolling motor. It is a lot of people have really come to realize going offshore with a trolling motor, which it sounds originally a little crazy, but when you realize when you get out over a wreck or rubble pile, in addition with the dock mate, either one of these things can put you directly on that rock or rubble pile without having to set an anchor, drift with the current, try to sit there and position your boat in the exact spot that you want to be, which could take, man, it could take it forever. But you can do it immediately with this trolling motor as well as the dock mate system. Such a great multiple additions to this CCX, and really makes this boat extremely fishable. All right, guys, so another great thing is, like we said, it's a crossover edition, right? So it's not 100% fishing boat, even though we can fish it like it was. But what's great about it is you can bring your wife and your kids on board, and you still have your forward berth, which you have full access down to a layable area. and it's really great for not only being able to like take a nap, you know, middle of the day, you're fishing hard, go in there, take a nap, but also if you've got kids and they need to take a nap, you can go down there and do it. And even if you want to sit there and anchor it up and have an overnighter, you've got enough room to be able to get there and do that. Now, on the inside, this doubles up. This isn't just a bed. This doubles up as a head. This locks all into place. And so you have a sink right here, which fully goes in, fully drains through the back. So no drippage, no spillage. And your head's right here, which makes it all nice, tight, and compact. And then you can fold it right back down, unlatch, latch up, pull this back, and it's a bed again. So double duty for the forward berth, which is similar on many of the other Axopars. Close that up. It's a front seat waiting to catch some fish again. Now going up top, right here on the console, we've got a couple different additions. You can see we've got an open hatch right there. A lot of times in the summertime when you're out and it's about 1,000 degrees and you're sitting there and you're running, as nice as this full enclosed cockpit is, it can get pretty hot. So when you're up and running, that hatch right there will shovel a bunch of cool air right down on the driver and the passenger, and make you feel absolutely just a lot cooler. Right behind that, you've got a trickle charger solar panel, which goes directly to the starting batteries, just to keep those starting batteries nice and topped off. That really is just kind of like a great addition to keep you ready to go. Now, up top here, a lot of times you look on so many of these other boats, their gaff storage or even rod storage sits there underneath the gunnels. We put the gaff up top because how many times have you sat there with the gaff underneath and that little protective piece right here isn't always there, and you're running your foot along and all of a sudden you stab yourself in the foot. This up here keeps you nice, safe, out of the way until it's ready to be able to use. You grab it, use it, and then you put it right back.